All right, so Menace,
What's up?
where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
I'm from here, Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. Awesome. Um, I saw you on the streets right now. How long have you been homeless?
Been about a year, almost a year.
A year. Did you grow up with both of your parents?
Yeah,
Was it a good childhood?
yeah, it was good.
Um, did you graduate high school?
No,
What went wrong around that time?
just the pretty much just getting involved in like jail and shit, in and out of jail, juvenile, and being on probation, shit like that. Shit messed me up, pretty much.
What'd you go to jail for, man?
Burglary. My first case charge was burglary, and that's how I started getting on probation. And back then, they were doing UAs for marijuana. So I was smoking marijuana. And that's how I violated probation almost all the time.
For the burglary thing, have you done it more than once?
Yeah.
And you didn't get caught the first time?
Yeah, first time I did get caught.
Can you detail that experience on how do you plan something like that, or how does it happen?
Pretty much like for my first burglary was the dude. I was cool with the dude and his family, and I felt like they did me wrong one day. You know what I'm saying? And I was mad, and then I got a couple friends and planned it out. Just, well, we're gonna rob him, and then
Do those type of things usually occur in the daytime or nighttime?
daytime.
Is that when you did yours in the
Yeah.
daytime? And
Yes.
how did you get caught?
I got caught because they pretty much knew what I was about to do. They had a feeling already.
Were you there already, or they heard you talking about it, or what happened?
They didn't hear me. They just when they left the house, we waited for them to leave, and they kind of seen one of us down the street, so they didn't think nothing of it until like after they came home and realized what happened.
Did they call the cops, or was there a confrontation with you guys?
No, they called the cops, and it was all done just like that.
Did you try to run?
No, we didn't. They didn't have a. Well, actually, I had ended up in jail for probation violation, and a detective came to see me, and it was for the burglary.
Wow. And did you end up going to jail for that?
Yeah,
With jail or prison?
just juvenile detention.
Oh, how old are you when you did that?
I was like 13.
Whoa. And usually what causes someone to do that? Is it because you have is it because the people you're around? Did someone convince you, or did you want to do it on your own behalf?
On my own, and people usually around that time, everybody was trying to do burglary, trying to get money, so everyone's pretty much down to do it.
When you had time to think about it, did you feel any type of regret?
Yeah, I did.
What kind of thoughts go through your head when you're by yourself and thinking about stuff like this?
That it wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm in here all by myself. Nobody really fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? You're in there alone, pretty much. Do your own time.
How long were you in there for?
I did about 3 months, and then I got out on probation.
And then was that the only time you've ever been locked up?
No,
What was another time you got locked up for?
the time was for another burglary.
So can you kind of put me in this type of mind state when you choose to repeat these type of things? Is it just because you just don't care, or you feel like you might get away with it? What is that type of mentality? Like, do you think about it, or you're just like, you know what, I'm willing to take the risk?
Sometimes you just want to take the risk. You don't know if you're gonna get caught, but sometimes you say, fuck it. If I get caught, get caught. Because sometimes you just need money, you just want money.
So it's really because it's easier money and faster money. That's the motivation.
Fast money, yeah.
The first time you said you knew the individual. The second time, did you know them as well, or no?
No.
How did you plan this one out?
This one was just like just find a house and hit it.
And was this in the day or nighttime?
This was in the day.
In the daytime?
Yeah.
Was it somewhere usually by where you live, or you just like drive around randomly?
I usually just hop on the bus, go around the areas where it's like you'll pretty much get good money, and then just go there and walk around, look for a house, and knock on the door and just hit it if no one's home.
So those are the type of things you look for. You knock to see if someone is there first.
Yeah.
And then if no one answers, what else do you look for? Any cars in the driveway?
Cars. If you hear somebody moving around, you hear some noise or stuff like that.
Has you ever committed this crime and then there was somebody in the house?
Yeah. No, actually no. But people actually showed up while I was inside.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What happened with that situation?
I just fucking ran out and got chased, but I got away. But I kind of like thought about that. That kind of changed me, just seeing like the look on their face, how scared they were, shit like that.
So you told me about 2 times. So total, how many times did this happen?
Burglaries. I hit like a lot of burglaries. Like I said, about more than 20 burglaries.
Whoa, you understand that's not normal?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm kind of in shock. So, yeah. But I understand though, Arizona, it's one of the most popular places for home invasion, right? I think I seen something like that. And do you think it's because a lot of people just get away with it? It continues to happen?
Yeah, a lot of people do get away with it. Like it's weird, like, but yeah, that's probably one of the main things. A lot of people do get caught too, though, but it's like a lot of people taking that risk.
So
if you get away, you get away, and you're good.
So out of the 20 times you got caught, how many times?
Just like 2 times.
2 times. And the rest times it was
good.
Wow. That's and the times you got caught, you were a juvenile?
Juvenile, yeah.
How old are you right now?
25.
25? Wow. Do you still continue to partake in these type of things?
Nah, not in burglaries, not no more. But just like boosting, shit like that, easier stuff.
For those who don't know what boosting is, can you explain that?
Pretty much just like go to like a retail store, take what you, pretty much get what you want to get and walk out with it.
How easy is that for someone who knows what they're doing?
It's not that easy, cause it's the way you gotta pretty much go in there looking normal. You gotta act normal, stuff like that. If you're not act normal, they'll start watching you, following you around, and you get caught. It's not always easy.
The mindset you go in there with, is it to do it quick or do you take your time sometimes?
Me, I'm usually just quick in and out. I like just being in and out. A lot of people take their time. I don't know. I don't like that. Like, when I go boost with someone and they're taking their time, like it just irritates me. Like I get mad.
And before you go in there, you know what you're going to get though?
Yeah.
What is common with when boosting? Like what do people usually want? Clothes?
Shoes. Stuff like hygiene stuff people use every day, stuff like that.
And it's usually stuff you can just put in your pockets and people can't see? It's small things?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's just walk out with some, like a big ass TV or something.
Have you ever did something like that before? And you got away with it?
Yeah, but after a while it caught up to me.
It did?
Yeah.
Do they investigate stuff like that, or?
If you're doing it for like a lot of times, yeah, they will watch you, let you get away with a couple, and then hit you with it.
So they purposely let you get away with it to see if you'll come back and do it again sometimes?
Yeah.
Wow. And how did you get into boosting? Did someone introduce you to that, or you just started doing it yourself?
I started doing it myself. I started when I was little, like just stealing like stuff from Circle K's and shit like that, like candies and shit that I want. And then take it to school, sell all that shit to everybody in elementary school and shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I started. Like, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Started getting more expensive shit.
Again, kind of like the other question I asked you with the burglary stuff. When you think about these things, do you feel any regret, or it's just like it's just I just do it and I don't think about it?
Nah, the burglaries I do think about, but it's just like the retail stores I really could care less about. You know what I'm saying, it's because I don't know, it's just different. It's like a company instead of like someone's stuff. You know what I'm saying.
And what's the most expensive thing you've burglarized from a home before?
From a home was probably jewelry, gold, just gold necklaces, stuff like that.
And what do you do with that? You just pawn it, I'm assuming, or
sell it on the street.
Where do you get more money, if you pawn it or if you just sell it on the street?
Same thing.
Same thing?
They pay the same price.
And it's gold usually?
Yeah, gold only.
Wow. So how long has it been since you've been locked up?
Since I've been locked up, it's been about a year.
So you went to jail or prison as an adult as well?
Yeah.
You've been to prison or no?
Yeah.
You've been to prison. Can you detail that experience, what it was for?
It was for retail theft, organized retail theft, trafficking stolen property, and I forgot what else it was for.
It was all in one night or one day that this happened?
It was, like I said, I was going into a retail store, filling it up with all kinds of shit, and I would walk out with the cart. You know what I'm saying? And I always got away with it, but they investigated, they got detectives, and they started watching me, started watching where I was going and what I was doing, and boom, one day they just pulled up. Like I was actually at my baby mama's, and she was gonna take me home, and we pulled out the driveway, we were going down the street, and that's when they got us. They stopped the car and they got me right there, and that's how they got me.
Did you try to escape, or if you didn't have a chance?
I pretty much just like fuck it, like.
So you said you've done it multiple times and you did get away.
Yeah, I always got away with it.
And what is this? Is it just like Walmart's or?
Walmart's. Usually it's just, at that time I was just doing Walmart's and yeah, just Walmart's.
Is that like the most popular store, I'm assuming, people like to steal from?
Yeah.
Okay. Do security ever chase you guys, or is it just not worth it?
They do have security, but I used to talk to this one. This is how I always got away with it. I used to talk to this one girl that used to be a retail theft, loss prevention. She was actually working for Walmart security, so she would tell me their schedule, and that's how I always got away with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long were you locked up for that time?
I did 3 years.
3 years. Wow. That's about 1,000 days of your life, right?
Yeah, they pretty much try to set an example out of me, pretty much.
So when this happens, does your family communicate with you and ask you why you're doing these things, or is your family not close with you right now, or can you give me that aspect of your life?
During that time, they were close to me, but they really didn't know what I was doing. They didn't suspect nothing. I had a job. I was actually working at a mechanic shop, and then I was working in construction. So I was working and I was doing that. So they really didn't say anything. They didn't really tell me anything until I got caught.
So these are just things you're doing on the side while you still had a job.
Yeah.
And what makes someone want to do things? Is it just you want more money? Is that what it is, or?
Pretty much more money, and I just want better things. You know what I'm saying? Expensive things that you just don't want to pay for.
Right. It's never enough, is it? It's
just never enough.
No matter how much you have.
Yeah. Especially if you gotta take care of somebody. Like around that time, I had my son.
Oh, you're a father?
Yeah, I had my son, so I would go in there and get everything he would need, like diapers and all that shit. Make sure he's good.
How old is your son?
He's 7 right now.
7 years old. So you had him when you were 18?
Yeah, around 18, 17.
You say you're 25, correct? Right?
Yes.
Wow. How's he doing right now?
He's good. He's with his baby mama's parents.
Are you involved with your child at all, or?
I mean, I was when I got out, but I ended up being more like on the street, and they pretty much don't want me around him right now.
Right now, at this current situation, right now.
Yeah.
Do you plan eventually, hopefully,
yeah.
you know, because it's just hopefully temporary stuff, right? And eventually everybody goes through stuff, and you want to get back on track,
Yeah.
right?
Eventually, everybody's gonna be going their own way, and hopefully better either. So,
Did your child's mom, did they get with somebody else, or are they just waiting for you to try to get your back on track?
She waited for me the 3 years I did. She was with me after. She's currently right now we're like up and down. Like yesterday, we actually got in a fight. We went to Avondale, and she left me out there in Avondale, 2 in the morning. So I got stranded out there. I had to stay out there till like 5, hop on the bus and come back over here. But we had like an argument. But so it's up and down, you know what I'm saying? Like, but her parents don't like me, so I'm not allowed over there at all.
Why don't they like you though? How did that start?
Cause pretty much it started when when I did the 3 years. I was using their cars to go boost, to go commit the crimes that I was doing, and the detectives were actually pulling them over every time they left their house and watching that house, and that's how they stopped liking me, and then it got worse.
In the beginning, it was all cool though. Before that,
in the beginning, yeah, they liked it. They were getting free stuff. I was getting them TVs and all that shit. They were good, but they didn't suspect nothing until I got hit with it.
So I'm assuming that's the most expensive thing you've gotten from these type of things was the TV.
Yeah.
How much were those TVs?
TV. They were around that time. They were like 500. The smart TVs. No, they were like around 500.
Yeah, that's a pretty expensive item for somebody.
55-inch Samsung smart TVs.
And that's a good brand. Wow.
Yeah.
But they never asked you where you got these things. They just thought you were probably working and.
Yeah. They'll ask, and I'll just say that I got it off a friend. I bought it for the low.
And that was it from there.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's can you detail a little bit your experience about it in prison? How was that? 3 years you had to have. Is it segregated for most people? Like I know they watch movies and stuff. And what was your first day like in there?
First day, I mean, you go with a lot of people, so pretty much you know who's going to prison, and you pretty much get cool with the people you're about to go with. You're about to hit the yard with. So that's how you start getting comfortable. You just stick to somebody that's new too. Saying after a while, you start meeting more people. First day, like, it went by quick. Like I was ready to go, cause before you go to prison, the county, that shit sucks. That shit, you don't go outside. You're inside all day, pretty much locked down. You know, when you hit prison, it's open. You go outside on the yard and do what you want to do. It went by quick. I liked the first day. Met people, seen people that I used to be cool with out here on the streets.
I was gonna ask you that. So you saw people that you knew, or they knew you when you went in there?
Yeah.
And wow. So are some of them still in there right now?
Yeah. So I'm doing a lot of time.
For the same thing you were doing, or different things?
Worse, different things. Worse things.
And can you detail what they gave you guys to eat in there?
All the food, it was at first it was good food. It was like prison. They got menus scheduled, like what they're gonna feed you every day. Sometimes it's good food, but after a while you get tired of it. After you eat that shit, the same shit every week for years, you get tired of it. Sometimes they don't even cook it right. So yeah.
What's the best thing that people like in there?
The best thing was probably pozole.
No way, they had that in there? Are you for real?
Yeah, they had pozole. I mean, it wasn't the best, but they tried, and it was decent.
And they did that how often?
That would be like at least once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too
Once
bad.
or twice a month around that time, but
And what's the worst thing if you had to say?
The worst, man, it was like they give us it wasn't even a real patty. It was like a Salisbury patty, Salisbury steak, Salisbury patty, and that shit was the worst.
And can you pay for food that you like, or how does that work? Or is it always the same thing? You have to eat the same thing.
Nah, you get if your people showing you love on the streets, that they could send you money, and you could buy commissary, buy pretty much they have a store. You could order whatever you want off the store.
Is it name brand things?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Like sodas, fucking hot Cheetos, chips, soups. Yeah, all kind of chips and shit like that.
And do they purposely make this expensive for you guys, or is it the same price as out here?
Nah, it's really expensive. Like for your hygiene and shit, bar soap, that shit is like $3. For toothpaste is like $6. So it's just expensive.
So they purposely do that to get money from you. Wow. And people pay it though, huh?
Yeah, they got to, yeah.
Wow. Are people on there with phones in there, or how does that? Because I've seen that on TV as well. How true is that when it comes to phones and stuff?
Yeah, there's definitely phones and drugs in prison. Like, they have all that shit in there.
And how do you get one in there? Just a visitor or a guard, or
usually it's a guard, and usually the drugs get in through visits or a guard, but the phones mostly it's a guard. Like they set up a meet and they bring it in.
What does that mean? You pay one? You pay a guard?
Yeah, you pay a guard. Yeah.
About how much, if you had to say estimate?
It's around $1,000.
$1,000 to bring you, and so you can own a phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you hide it when you're in there?
Pretty much just move it around. A lot of people just move it around.
Do you share it?
Yeah, people usually rent it out.
So you'll charge someone to use it, and for phone calls or texting?
Yeah. Texting will be like a $1. A phone call will be, depending how long you want, like a minute will be $1 a minute, and a night, $40 a night, $50 a night.
And do you have an internet connection on that phone when you're in there?
Yeah.
Wow. So you can
get on that, on the internet. Anything.
Did you have a phone, or was that?
I didn't have a phone. They didn't really show love to me when I was in there. I pretty much like had to get it on my own. But yeah, definitely I did touch a phone in there. Like I actually knew I was cool with one of the dudes that had a phone, so I could use it whenever I needed it.
Who would you communicate usually while you were in there? Friends or your family or siblings? Do you have siblings?
Yeah, but I would just communicate with my baby mama.
Oh, just her?
Yeah.
Does that keep you mentally sane? Does that help you when you're in there?
And if I talk to her, then I'm good. But if I don't, then I start fucking up.
And did you see any violence in there?
Yeah, there's always a lot of violence in there.
Usually over what?
Usually it's over dumb stuff like people getting caught with dope, or people starting shit, like, and then like the worst one was there was another race that threw a phone at another racist room to try to get away, and the dude that they threw the phone to got caught for the phone. The people in that room got busted for the phone, and they ended up getting charged for it, and that started pretty much a big riot.
Wow. And if you commit any stuff like this while you're in there, do you get more time, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of time, like double or whatever you're already serving?
It's pretty much a new charge. You're fighting a new case, pretty much like catching the case out here.
So you go to court for it then?
You go to court.
And whatever they say?
Yeah.
So did you behave, I'm assuming, while you were in there?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Were they sad to see you leave? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Some of the people that knew you in there?
The last day, yeah.
Do they treat you well and stuff? Like when you're in there, everyone takes care of each other?
Yeah, you got your race. Your race will take care of you. They got you no matter what. Like first day you get there, they'll give you everything you need you start getting money on your books and shit. But yeah, they'll take care of you. You get taken care of. Everybody gets taken care of. Everybody goes in there, they get taken care of by their people.
Do you partake in drugs right now? Is there
Me?
anything? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm currently, I'm on drugs, yeah.
What do you like to do? What's currently your choice?
Right now, it's just like, I like downers. I really like downers, so I fuck with pills. Yeah.
What's something that's popular right now?
Right now, it's the 30s, the M30s.
What are those for people who don't know?
The M30s is, I really don't know too much, but I know they came from Mexico. They're made with fentanyl. Fentanyl is like an opiate. I really don't know, but I got out here and I started fucking with them. And
so fentanyl is kind of popular right now.
yeah, fentanyl's the one right now.
With pills, anyways, at least.
Yeah.
With pills, and and they call them. Why do they call them 30s? Is that just the dose?
That's there's actually a M30 that's made out here in the U.S. They pretty much based it off of that, but instead of the shit that they make it with out here is made from Mexico. But it just looks like a M30 from out here, same shit but a fentanyl one, and people would want the fentanyl ones.
Is that so downers? So is there another one that you like to do as well?
I just like downers. Uppers, not really, but whenever I'm like I gotta do something that night, I'll fuck with an upper, like a Xan or some shit, like someone wake me up.
Does that help you, or does it stimulate you, or is it just a feeling you like from Xanax?
The feeling, yeah.
If you had to describe it, what does it make you feel like?
I mean, you don't really. It's like you don't feel. No, you're just like you're just chilling. Like you just forget about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and is it for your body or more up for your brain?
For your brain.
You feel it more up in your head. And who would introduce you to these things? Is it just people when you get out here that say, "Hey, try these," and then if you like it, you just keep doing it?
Yeah, like you just hang out with a friend and shit that got some. Usually, like everyone out here is selling, so someone always has them. And that's how I started. That's how people started.
Do you plan on quitting eventually one day? Does it ever? Do you go through withdrawals ever sometimes?
Yeah,
and
every day.
What is that experience like?
That shit sucks. The worst fucking feeling. Coming down off that shit. It's like you don't feel like doing nothing. Like you're just stuck. Like you're like fucking your bones just ache and shit. You get like the sweats. And then you gotta try to get money, and that shit sucks too. Trying to get money while you're fucking coming down.
Because you want to do it again, or because?
Yeah, because you want to get high again.
Because you're so used to it already. So if you do it again, does it usually counteract and you go back to normal, or is that what it does?
Yeah, you just all that shit goes away as soon as you hit the pill. Like.
Wow, that's is that that corner right there? It's very popular. I'm assuming, right? Because I usually see people there, I don't know, doing exchanges or something. I don't know what they're doing. But another question I wanted to ask you, has COVID affected you at all?
I don't think it has. Like, I mean, I have gotten sick, but I just took it like a regular flu, but after that I was good a couple days later.
Was COVID in prison while you were in there?
It was.
It was?
Oh, actually, no. Actually, it wasn't. It was just starting.
It was just starting?
It was just starting. COVID was just starting out here. And they were starting to release people from prison because that shit was getting real bad. So I actually got out before COVID hit prison. But it did hit prison.
So who would they let out? Just people who had like less minimal offenses, like nothing too crazy? Is that who were they letting out?
Non-dangerous, non-repetitive people.
Like drug stuff or?
Drugs, yeah. Like people with drug charges, they were getting released.
So they just pretty much kept like murders and stuff like
murders like that, they weren't getting no love.
Wow, that is, you have a story, man. And you're very young. You're 25?
Yeah.
Well, So in the next 5 years, what do you see yourself doing? Do you contemplate these type of things?
Yeah.
What do you want from by the time you're 30? Do you have like a goal or two? You know what I mean, that you want to achieve?
Actually, like right now, I'm pretty much just stuck where I'm at. There's like people do want me to change, but like I don't know. Like I'm just pretty much like mad at everybody right now. Like so, I'm just like fuck everybody. Like I'm out here on my own right now. Like I don't give a fuck about nothing. But I want by like the age of 30 to have my shit together. I want to be able like by 30 or like when I hit 30, that's when I'm like gonna stop. I'm planning on just stopping everything, just focusing on just getting the job and living good, living right, house and all that shit.
Right now, you're just gonna enjoy your life.
Right now, yeah, I'm just like, hopefully it happens sooner than that. But that's if it doesn't, then at 30, that's when I really want to stop everything.
If you could tell your younger self, give yourself any type of advice, what would you tell yourself? Or if you don't regret anything, you don't have to. But if you would want to, what would you say?
I should have just like stayed focused on school and just focused on working a regular job and just staying out the streets. I'm saying staying away from negative people that bring you down.
Do you have any regrets, or do you think it's all lessons? Or if you do have a regret, what is it?
I do have a lot of regrets, like just like I don't know, like just committing crimes. Pretty much fucking up my record, not staying in school, like taking from family and shit like that, and pretty much not caring. Like I pretty much didn't care about nobody but myself, and well, they realized that. I'm saying after a while they'll realize that, oh, this fool don't give a fuck about nothing. He's just for himself type of shit, and I regret that shit too. The way I made myself look to like my family and shit.
Well, Menace, you have a story, and it's not even halfway done. You know what I mean? So I hope the best for you, man, because you're very young. You know what I mean? And hopefully, I'm sure your son's gonna want to see you doing very great, man. And hopefully, the next time he sees you, it's amazing. You know, we all go through our ups and downs. I'm not here to judge or nothing. You know what I mean? So I understand, man. So again, man, I appreciate you coming here. And is there anything else you'd like to say to anybody out there?
No, that's it, man. Just keep your head up and shit. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Menace.
Yep.